Welcome! Namaste, my beautiful sisters. I'm so happy to be live here with you right now in the Shamanic Sister Circle. So excited. I've got a really very special session planned here for you today. We're going to talk about the 7 elements of becoming a powerful, successful healer. The 7 foundations you need to experience real success as a healer. And we have a beautiful guest expert who's coming to be here with us today. The beautiful Eva, one of my amazing, talented apprentices. So let's bring her on right now. Eva is a vocal artist, she's a performer, and she's a shamanic healer. And she's gonna guide us through a powerful vocal practice today that's part of her signature offering, Harmonious Me. So I can't wait for all of that. Everyone who's here with me live, say hi to me in the comments. Let me know how you're doing today. I'm gonna open this up here on the computer as well, so I can see all of your comments. Really looking forward to all of this fun. Now, if you're already here with me live, of course, everyone who's watching this on the replay, say hi to me as well. If you're here with me live, let me know right now, what do you feel is success for you? What is success for you? Let me know. Now, I hope Eva is gonna be joining us here. Eva, you're here with me. I'm trying to add you. You have to accept the request. Welcome everyone who's joining us here live. Let me know in the comments, what is success for you? Success for healers is not necessarily the same type of success, that other people understand as success. What does it mean for healers to be successful? Welcome Cecile, hi Anne, hi Marie, welcome everyone. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what success is for you. And Eva, did you get the request to join me here live?
Okay.
Here we go.
Here I am.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Eva.
Hello everyone. It's so lovely to be here with you.
Welcome, Eva. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I'm so happy to have you here. Now, I already introduced you to everyone, so I bet everyone is really excited for the practice that you're going to guide us through. But first, I want us to dive in with the 7 elements of success. This is really the foundations that you need, and it's so beautiful we have Eva here today because she's one of my apprentices, and I think she will really be able to testify to the fact that if you have those 7 elements in place, you will experience success as a healer. So really excited for this topic because, sometimes we have this calling, we want to be healers, but we are kind of like not really clear on the exact steps that we need to take. Especially if our calling is like initiated from within, from our own spiritual practice, it can be really hard to know, what do I actually have to do to be able to do this full time, to be able to do this in a way that feels good, to be able to do this in a way that pays the bills, all of that. So let me know in the comments what it means for you to be successful. And for me, what it really means is, Dasha is saying success for me, making a difference in someone else's life, as in successful transformation in their life. Yes, exactly. For me also, that's really the first thing that success means, is when you are able as a healer to co-create powerful healing results with your clients. That really is really a big part of being successful as a healer, right? And then of course, for me also, it's really important because I've experienced what it's like to be very successful in terms of client results and also in terms of money, because that's the second thing for me that makes you successful, is when you actually receive back abundantly from your clients. You receive back the money, the love, the respect, the gratitude, all of that. But for me, when my business was very successful starting in 2020 and then 2021, it was at its height, and I didn't feel successful at all, although my bank account was full, my clients were really happy, but I wasn't, because I was not serving from my overflow. So that's why in my training now I'm placing so much importance on really getting this right, so that you can serve from your overflow, so that you don't use up your own energy in the healings, but rather you really let spirit work through you, and that actually energizes you instead of depleting you. So for me, that's a really important element of being successful, is that you actually feel good. You're doing what you love, and it actually really feels, it just feels really, really great to you as well. That's so important, because otherwise you can't do this long term, right? And when you're doing your soul work, you should really feel the fulfillment of that. So ideally, if you train in the right way and you really get very clear on who you're supposed to serve and how, then you're gonna experience that part of success as well. So let's dive into what it actually takes to create this success with the 7 elements for success. So the first element, let me know in the comments if you can guess some of these elements. I would be really curious to see what you think these might be, and you may have your own experiences with that already. So let me know in the comments. Now, what I've really found that the first element is, and we just touched upon it already, is self-care. And not just any type of self-care. I'm not talking here about, you know, taking a bath once a week or going for walks or things like that, although it's really important, you know. But self-care for healers specifically is something different, okay? When we want to be a powerful healer, channel powerful energy, first of all, our bodies have to be relaxed. And to do a little bit of yoga here and there is just not going to do it. This has to be a really precise, conscious movement practice that really connects us to the energies that we work with as a healer, so that, you know, this energy can flow through our bodies and we can really have relaxed bodies. It's really, really important. So that also means we must dissolve all tensions. That has a lot to do with going deeper into healing, which is going to be the second element. But let's talk about self-care a little bit more. It is not just about the body. What else is really important? Your mind has to be calm. You cannot be a powerful healer if you have monkey mind going on, right? Your personality, your ego, it should not really flow into your healings. In terms of, you know, of course, the healings are going to be very specific to you as a person, as a healer, but you should not, like, someone comes to you, you make all kinds of assumptions, you kind of, oh yeah, I know this from my own life. Of course, you need to be able to relate, right? To be compassionate. But at the same time, you don't want to make assumptions, especially not when you're really doing the healing work. You need to know. You need to know this have this innate knowing of what's going on with the person and what's the best way to help them. And the thing is that the pressure, there is actually no pressure on you personally to be able to do that, because you will work with spirit, right? So if you have trained in the right way, then spirit is really going to take over at this point. But that's only going to happen if your body is relaxed enough and your mind is calm enough. And the third requirement here is to have a really open and healed heart. If your heart is closed, if your heart is tight, you know, you cannot really make that step into the energetic realms where energy healing happens, right? Because the heart is the central chakra, right? We have 3 upper chakras, we have 3 lower chakras, and the heart is in the middle. So the heart is really the gateway from our physical experience and our physical bodies and the client's physical body into the spirit realm. So if there's a lot of trauma around the heart, if the heart is hardened, if there's a heart wall around it, it's going to be really difficult for you to become a powerful healer. Let me know if all of that makes sense so far. Let me know in the comments. And the fourth thing when it comes to self-care specifically for healers is you must learn how to draw on the energies from Mother Earth and Father Sky, right? This is really, really important, and that should be part of your self-care routine. You should be doing that every day, so that when you are doing a healing with your clients, this is going to be second nature, to have this deep connection, right? Let me know if that makes sense, if I need to explain more. So Eva, I would love to hear from you. How are you benefiting from the specific self-care for healers that we have in Shamanic Stars in the apprenticeship that you are at the moment completing?
Thank you, Lilith, and thank you for this beautiful introduction about successful healing and successful life as a healer. It was an amazing journey, and it still is running the journey as apprentices in Shamanic Stars. And when you started to talk about what actually is what it means to be successful, I just realized that I wasn't a successful artist 20 years ago. I had a lot of success in my professional life, and I did one theater school, anthropology of theater, and I was traveling to get some like good scholarships and practices all around the world. And then I did a PhD and I started to work and I had some money. But the missing element I feel now was that I was not serving with my art, and I didn't have this purpose of why I'm doing this. And only when I realized that I want to help with what I do, and I want to serve with what I do as an artist, the whole journey started. And when I joined the Shamanic Stars apprenticeship, it all started to be kind of clear, and I started to integrate all the elements about how to connect everyday self-care, that it's absolutely most important to start whatever healing with others. And that's the first step, that I need to take care of myself. I also used to forget about having enough time for myself, and I used to, remember that I can connect with spiritual world quite quickly, and I know how to do it, so I don't have to do it before the concert. And when I started the apprenticeship and I started to do all the practices that you share with us, I understood that it's about doing. It's the ritual that I have to do to transform my life, and I started to transform my life, and it was an amazing experience, really. And this experience is also very much about trust in sharing, trust in appearing for people, which for me is super important as an artist. And I learned also to have this trust with me, my spiritual self, but also with the sister circle. And that was a beautiful thing, to come as I am to the circle and to share. And I was not afraid to speak about, whatever that I went through in the healing process. That was also kind of very important to build this community. I think we need it, especially today, to
Yes,
be in a safe community.
we're gonna talk about more about community later, because that's really one of the super important elements for success as well. But right now we're still on the self-care, and I just love what you shared so far with us, like how even before you dive into all of that, you have to have this calling, you have to have this intention of being of service. That is so
Yes.
important to be successful. Like, this is where it all starts, right? You have this calling to become a healer, and it's about so much more than yourself. It's so big, and I love how for you, you were an artist, and then at some point you realized that you were more than an artist. You wanted to be able to really not just bring beauty to the world or inspire people, but you wanted to actually heal through your art. And I just love that so much. It's so beautiful. And I think this is a really important point, that everyone must find exactly what their calling is. For you, it is there's this combination of art and healing. For me, it started with this combination of shamanism and yoga, and specifically dedicating my life to other healers, to helping them on their path of becoming successful. And everyone has that, right? Everyone has something very specific that they bring to the table, and it's just so beautiful. And when we can really understand what that mission is, that unique mission that we have, and when we can actually translate that into the 3D. And that's, I think, one of the most favorite things from my perspective about this training, that I don't teach you to do what I do. I teach you to do what you're supposed to do. I teach you to follow your calling. And it's just so beautiful for me to watch women like you really blossom during this time, and have so many amazing spiritual experiences. And I'm glad you agree with me that the self-care is so important, because it's really the foundation. You have to be well, body, mind, heart, and soul, to be a healer. That's the thing. And that takes us right into the second element of success for healers, which is the self-healing, right? So when we go deeper than the self-care, really to that deeper healing, like, you know, soul level healing, which is what shamanism is all about, right? So this is about learning how to reunite with your spirit team and how to have them perform soul level healings on you. In the course of our lifetime and other lifetimes, we lose soul pieces in traumatic moments, and we need those back. We also, you know, in those spaces where we lost the soul piece, we gather foreign energies that are actually not serving us. So we need to release those. So that's what we do in shamanism. We work with extractions and with retrievals, and that is a really, really important for this bigger healing. As shamans, sometimes, you know, people might think either, you know, okay, I can't be a powerful healer because I'm not healed enough yet. And sometimes people think, oh my God, I am a healer, so I should be completely healed. And it's not one, it's not the other, right? You have to have a certain foundation of healing before you can successfully work on others. Otherwise, your own wounds will always get in the way. But at the same time, you're always going to heal your whole life. And it's just very beautiful when you learn how to do that in a way that is really effective. So this is when it comes to shamanic self-healing, which is the second foundation of success that you need. So specifically in Shamanic Stars, I share with you how to do shamanic inner child healing. Many of you might have done inner child healing before, but it only becomes really powerful when we go to the soul level. And then we do shamanic heart healing, right? All of us have wounded hearts to some degree. We need to go really, really deep, and shamanism allows us to access higher consciousness in a really powerful way, and to go deep into our subconscious to really almost reverse those wounds, almost go back in the past and change it all. It's so beautiful. And then we have shadow integrations that we do. We work with the higher self, we work with the feminine archetypes, and it's so important that healers know from their own experience what all of these types of foundational healings feel like. That's, you know, you have to know what it feels like for yourself before you can successfully do it with others, right? So which of the healings, Eva, would you say from the training has had the most profound positive impact on you?
Oh, many of them were really powerful, but I think the deepest work was shadow integration, because it was very difficult for many years for me to really face my weak sides, because I am perfectionist and I like being, you know, always prepared and always done with the best with everything. And there was a whole stereotype of having all these games we have with things we want to hide, but only when I started to really face them. And that was also the most difficult thing. But I started to connect to even deeper power only when I faced the shadows. So I think the shadow integration is the most powerful for me. And I totally agree with you that, okay, we need some foundation of us healed already, but I think it's like ongoing process, because when you want to develop yourself, you do the new moon, full moon rituals, you do the healing all the time, because we are dynamic personalities and we need to, you know, grow all the time. So this healing is happening all the time. Yes, we just have to observe. So shadow integration, but I also very much liked work with feminine archetype, and that was really, really interesting. Also on the level of you know, researching other cultures, traveling to India that time when I was practicing the the queen archetype. And I think for women it's like very, very important, very interesting practice, this feminine archetypes, to really discover, to observe, to know ourselves more, because I think we have many prejudices about ourselves. And only when we kind of really dive into our inner landscape, we can discover who we really are. And that's also essential for us as humans, as artists, as healers, whatever we do in life, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Thank you so much for sharing. yeah, we all, you know, have an inner queen, we have an inner lover, we have an inner priestess, we have an inner mother, we have an inner huntress. All of these main archetypes, they are all within us. And whenever there is an imbalance going on, we can see that as an imbalance in the archetypes and look, okay, where do we need to tone down on one of them a little bit, and where do we have to heighten the expression of another. And that's what I love so much about shamanism, is that it gives us the power to look at these different lenses and see which one works the best, right? Sometimes it's going to be chakra healing that you need to do. Sometimes it's going to be inner child healing. Sometimes it's going to be a shadow integration. Sometimes it's working with the archetypes. Each of these frameworks, shamanism allows us to go really deep into that and then apply them. And it's just so beautiful to see how effective these healings can be. And you know, when we've looked through all of these lenses ourselves, then we will always know when we work with our clients what's going on with them and which lens would be best applied to whatever problem they're dealing with. You know, whether that's physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, in their relationships, whatever is going on. So I love that really much, and that's why I'm introducing all of these main frameworks there, all, you know, as, you know, in a shamanic way, because you can do inner child healing in most of the inner child healing out there. It's presented in books and courses. It's not at all shamanic, you know, like you barely even touch the surface with them. I tried to heal my inner child for so many years with all of these methods, and nothing worked at all. And then when I discovered shamanism, I was like, wow, okay, this is direct access to my inner child, you know, unfiltered, not just a little glimpse, not just a little aspect, all of my little inner children. And I know exactly which one to work with and what to do. And that's just beautiful when we have that. Okay, so the third element for success for healers is the right training. Of course, we need the right training as a healer. And so many of my clients come to me and they've already learned some kind of modality, right? Reiki, or they've been diving deep into yoga like I did before shamanism. There's so many different things we can have studied, but it feels like there's something missing, right? It feels like it's not the full picture, and the truth is it isn't, you know. And shamanism is not really a modality, right? Shamanism is where all the modalities have developed from. It is the original understanding of what energy actually is and the knowledge of how to access that energy on all the levels of our being, so we can actually create transformation. So it sounds super complicated and theoretical, but it's really nothing more than knowing how to access higher consciousness. And in shamanism, we do that through the beat of the drum. And you know, if you learn how to do that in the right way, that also protects your energy, it is really powerful. Of course, you need some practice so that you can get really clear answers, but with practice you can. And it's so important that we live in all of our dimensions, not just in the body, in the mind, not even just in our emotions. We need to live our spiritual selves. Otherwise, we're always just going to live a half-life, right? The real fulfillment, you know, this deep feeling of like, wow, I'm living my soul purpose, all of that happens on a spiritual level. So I think every human being in the world should definitely learn shamanic journeying, which is how we can access higher consciousness. Not everyone is meant to become a healer. Not everyone is meant to study shamanic healing, but shamanic journeying, yes, this is an innate capacity that has developed in our brains, and every human being should absolutely know how to do that, to understand what's actually going on in their three reality, because the origin of everything is always on the soul level, on the spirit level. So everyone who's here with us, let us know in the comments if you have any questions, either for me or for Eva at any time. We'll be happy to look at them regularly and see how we can help answer any questions. And we're also happy to have any sharings. Let us know personally what's the most important self-care for you as a healer. What kind of self-healing have you done so far? How has that worked out for you? Where has that gotten you so far? I would love to hear more from all of you. Very welcome. She's sharing, success for me means greater independence in every way, financially, and of course, excellent healing results. Yes, this is such an important aspect of success for me as well, that I have time freedom, that I have location freedom, that I'm, you know, financially independent, financially free. That's very, very, absolutely very important, for, especially for me as a mother. I just love that so much. Okay, good. Now, let's dive into the fourth element, which is the right business coaching, spiritual business coaching, coaching that takes into consideration your soul purpose. That is not just some lame strategy that everyone is doing in the same way. But no, it's like finding out, who are you on the soul level? Why have you incarnated? What have you come to share with the world? And how can you get that out into the world? Like, what is your soul offering? Who are your soul clients that you're creating this offering for? And how can you reach them in a soulful way, right? In her real life, beautiful way, without having to be salesy, without having to be in front of the computer all the time, without having to be active on 500 different social media platforms. And that is really what spiritual business coaching should be doing for you, all of these aspects, right? So this is everything that we're doing in Shamanic Stars. And I just had a beautiful session with you, Eva. I think it was last week or the week before, where we were identifying your soul client, and you had been really struggling with that. And it just took us like one session, like maybe 20-30 minutes together, and it was crystal clear. I just love that so much, you know. It's like your whole life, you know, so many things you've learned, so many things you're good at, so many experiences, so many things you've done. And then boom, it all comes together. It's like, wow, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is who I'm doing it for. This is how I'm going to do it. How does that feel to have that clarity?
Oh, that was absolutely amazing. That was just like exactly the boom. And yeah, like, thank you so much for your great support with finding this clarity, because I think when you live like very diverse life with doing many things and being really dynamic and active, and also having access to all these, you know, I've been traveling a lot and collecting all these vocal techniques from all around the world, and I kind of knew that I should share it with people, and I was singing it on stage. I was doing this, I'm still doing the throat singing with my band and with my second band, but to find really that this is the thing, the yoga with the trees that I'm teaching to people, and they are like, wow, we need to learn to breathe, you know, we need to learn how to stand and how to breathe with our feet. That's absolutely essential. I just did not have it like, okay, this is the very thing. And I really loved what you said about this shamanism, that it gives us the access to the higher self, to the higher consciousness. And I think in nowadays we just lost it, because our mind is so blurred with so many things and informations that we don't have the simple connection with our higher self and with the higher reality. And it's absolutely essential to really consciously live. And yeah, I just wanted to start to say that, like, thank you for saying this, that shamanism is absolutely some really simple way to live a conscious life, but of course you have to learn it, and you have to practice, and you have to go deeper, and you have to learn how to do the shamanic journeys. But you know, shamans were first healers. There were no doctors, they were shamans, and they knew how to help. And they also were teaching you how to have a bigger access, like how you can help yourself. That's also very important, because you also teach it in Shamanic Stars, that we are independently helping ourselves. Yeah, you don't give any recipes. You give us some tools, but we actually can heal ourselves, and that's also the one of the notions of shamanism. Yeah, and that's beautiful.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. It's such an important point, because, you know, shamanism is very male dominant, right? This is why I've created this circle and my training for women exclusively, because there's only one famous female shaman, which is Sandra Ingerman, and she's great. I've done some trainings with her, but she does not teach in a very methodical way. She's not a very like clear-minded person. She's very spiritually connected. Her work is beautiful. I can highly recommend it. But if you want to learn shamanic journeying step by step, you know, in a safe way, it might not be the best training for that. And all the other trainings are from men, right? And it's just like, it's just so important that we recognize, you know, that the divine feminine has been oh my God, abused, neglected, looked down on for not even just centuries, for millennia. And this is slowly but surely changing. But, you know, it's a very new phase, right? Because like 100 years ago, we couldn't even vote yet as women, right? Women are still paid less everywhere in the world. We're still very much the underdog. And it's so important that we recognize that, you know, shamanism is the divine feminine. Shamanism really is such a feminine way of seeing the world. It's all about the interconnection of everything, the oneness of everything. It's all about nurturing things, growing things, birthing things. And it is so powerful when women can really step up and become these powerful healers and access this powerful ancient knowledge, which originally always was held and given from generation to generation by women. You know, it was, in all the Mother Earth religions, you know, the original religions of the world, it was the woman who was the most sacred. And we've had this shift, and it's all okay because we're going back now. And shamanism is such a beautiful way for us as women to really reclaim our power. And I just love teaching it to women so much. I just love seeing everyone, you know, so empowered, you know. So when I teach this stuff, I cannot just see women stepping up, becoming healers and building successful businesses. That's what I mainly focus on. But also I can see how these women are standing up in their relationships, right? Some women are leaving toxic relationships. Other women are getting divorces. Some women are finally starting to date again after 20 years of being scared of men. There's so much healing that there is happening there between the divine feminine and the divine masculine as well. And women also developing their inner divine masculine. So, you know, for so many centuries, we have learned as women to develop our own inner masculine more because we couldn't really count on men. And so we have developed toxic masculinity within ourselves because there is not enough of the divine feminine energy within us activated. And that's also why we work with the feminine archetypes in the training, because it's so important to come back to that. Because when you are in this divine feminine flow, and when you're doing your work from there, when you're leading your business from there, then, you know, of course you also take action. Of course your divine masculine is going to be there as well. But when that's strong within you, when you're connected to Father Sky and Mother Earth, then you can also sit back, you can receive, you can let it come to you in such a beautiful way. And I think this is something that we are so missing from our normal lives and normal society. And that's why I love that we have our beautiful corner where it's just us women who come together to do this training and to become healers. And that's why we also have our sister share sessions, because it's so important to come together as women and learn from each other and empower each other. And more about that in a second, but let's dive into the fifth element of success for healers, which is to heal our relationship with money. This is so important. Like when you think of money, what is money? It's energy, right? That becomes very clear from our bank accounts. You have some kind of balance there. Do you actually physically have that money somewhere? No, you don't. It doesn't exist physically anymore. It is literally just energy. And it's so important to remember that and then actively work with that. Okay? So the first step that I teach when I teach this inside of Shamanic Stars is to release the old toxic karma that we have with money, which might go back through, you know, many lifetimes. We have this generational trauma with money that's also stuck within ourselves. But we have the power, if we learn how to use shamanism effectively, to release all of that. And then as a second step, we can start to embody the type of woman that we want to be when it comes to money. You know, we can be really honest with ourselves and be like, okay, who do I want to be when it comes to money? You know, what kind of relationship do I want to have with money? You get to redefine that. And that's going to help you so much to become a great healer as well, because let's be honest, what is the point of being a really powerful healer if you don't reach many people in a powerful way, right? You need to be able to deliver something really valuable to people that is going to be life-changing to them. That's the measure of what a powerful healer really is, right? You're creating life-changing results for people or co-creating them with them. And what does that mean? Well, that means that people are going to be really invested in what they do with you because it is life-changing. You're going to help them heal from a really bad illness, or you're going to help them repair their relationship with their partners or with their kids. There's something really essential that you're going to do with people, and that is worth a lot. So people will gladly pay you for that, right? And that's so beautiful when you realize that, you know, that when you're truly of service, when you've truly tapped into your soul mission, the amount of money that comes back to you really shows you how much are you actually serving, how much value are you bringing into the marketplace. And that's a beautiful thing when that happens. But before that can happen, we often have quite some healing to do. So let's dive into the sixth element, and then I'm going to answer some, check the comments as well. Let me know if you all have questions at this point. Hi, Lisa, welcome. So the sixth element of success for healers is a support. You cannot become a powerful healer on your own. And I also don't mean you do, you know, like a do-it-yourself course or something like that, right? You need real support because, you know, you're different than everyone else on the planet, right? And that's why I really highly recommend that the support you're gonna get is gonna be high level, right? The right teachings that someone is actually embodying, that they've learned from a pure source, that they're channeling in a pure way, that they've ideally developed according to their own soul purpose, to what they're supposed to bring to the world, and support that's also custom tailored to you, okay? So Eva, tell us a little bit about the support you have received in Shamanic Stars. How would you rate that?
Oh, that was so beautiful. And I must say, on the beginning, I had many blocks and some problems with the femininity in myself, in my family, and among women. And it was a little bit difficult for me to really open myself. But after I started to act really from my heart and just trust, it just flow, and it was wonderful. And I feel that this is really essential. This female support and this sisterhood. This is like so beautiful support that you get from the group. And once we really, you know, once we really open ourselves, I think we also see that each of us is very unique. And once we start to appreciate our uniqueness, we can learn so much from each other. And it's so beautiful that we can, you know, bring things to the table, to the circle. And there's always someone with whom it resonates, and you can get the listening. There is like beautiful process of, you know, giving and receiving and listening and support and some advices, but sometimes the healing just happens through sharing and naming things in a safe environment. And I think also that that's something we miss today, because we have so many mechanisms of being, you know, independent and close ourselves, while when you open, people also start to open, and we can, you know, show ourselves being weak, having problems, being not perfect, but being unique. And it reversed also my thinking about yeah, I think I just got a lot from this sister share, and that's a beautiful thing. And it works on many levels. In my family, it helped me to heal my relationship with my mom, and I'm like super happy now. I'm super happy daughter. I think my mom is also, she's just like, wow, it's now so great. And really the healing process on the level of femininity happened, and it works. It simply works.
I love that
Mhm.
so much. Thank you
Yeah.
for that beautiful sharing. Yeah, that's so beautiful to witness this process with your mother. And you're absolutely right. The sisterhood is so important, you know, coming back into our feminine power. We can't do it alone. We have to come together as women in a circle. And that's really the seventh element of success for healers, is the community, right? That's the sisterhood, the accountability, the fun. I think that's a big part of why this training is so successful, is because people love doing it. The exercises, the practices are beautiful. Like you said, it's not always easy. Of course, deep healing is not always easy, but it's still always a beautiful process. And then, you know, you get to share it with others. You get to talk about it. You get to be witnessed. And that's really a powerful part of the healing process as well. And stepping more into our power as women and healers. So yeah, that's I think why so many women, go through with the training, get certified, and actually become successful leaders who change the lives of so many others. And I love that so much. So one last question for you, Eva, here before you're gonna guide us through that beautiful vocal activation. I really look forward to. I remember that you were a little bit scared to join Shamanic Stars because of the financial commitment. So looking back, would you say that it was worth the leap of faith?
Definitely yes, definitely yes. I just spoke about it with my friends, and they asked me this question, and they asked me how much it cost, and I told them, and they said, okay, it's like for European pocket, it's quite a bit of money, but I definitely I would pay the same as I did, and it's just, I think the fact that you really invest in yourself also gives you a message that, okay, so this is a really powerful decision. Because I also did a lot of like cheap courses or free trainings, and I kind of never finished.
Yeah.
and and I did not respect it so much. And with Shamanic Stars, I knew that it's a big thing in my life, and it's a big transformation coming, and it's my like really big decision. And I just took my savings and I said, okay, I do invest in myself to be a better person, to be more truly self connected. I do it now or I do it never, and I knew that it will be, the more I invest, the more you really engage in the whole process. I did it first time in my life, and I didn't really know if it's gonna work on the beginning, and I was like, oh my God, is this the right decision? But then and so first month was kind of, I'm like on the, on the walking on the ice. But then I noticed that I really, yes, it's like the more you invest, the more you get. And it's about energy, as you said. I like what you said about money, that it's energy, and it is energy. And
It
I
is.
really, yeah, I trusted, I invested money, I invested energy, and I really started to work. It's everyday work, and it's been everyday work for the 7 months, and I just see the big shift, and I think it's absolutely worth this money. And I'm not like, yeah, it's just worth this money. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. And it's really like that, when I price an offering like Shamanic Stars, I ask myself, first of all, what do I need to receive back so that I can make this work in a beautiful way, right? When you have this kind of training, you want to provide a lot of things for your clients, right? You want to have other people there to support them. Like we have Victoria's doing the sister care sessions. You want to have a great platform to host a course that has good customer support, all of those kinds of things. That costs money, right? You invest a lot of your own time and energy into that. So you really ask yourself, when you price something, what do I need to receive back so that this makes sense for me financially, so that I can pay everything. I have 8 employees, right? So I'm not doing this all alone. And then the second question is, what does my ideal client need to pay so they will be fully invested and actually go through with it? And I myself have done, oh my God, so many courses and so many things that were on the cheap side, and I was just not fully invested, because that's what it is. When you pay someone money, you're not investing in them, you're investing in yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you're allowing yourself to receive back. And that's kind of the thing, we need to invest so that we can allow ourselves to receive fully back. Then we are invested in doing this. So it's a beautiful thing. Now, for everyone who's listening to this and thinking like, oh my God, I need to check out Shamanic Stars, just hop on a call with me. You can find the link in the description. It's shamanicyoga.love/clarity call. We have 3 different levels of support in Shamanic Stars. So there really is something for every need, every budget. We have the goddess version, which includes VIP one-on-one sessions with me. We have the queen version, which is the one that Eva is on, where you get all the group support. We even have a warrior version, which is the cheapest one of them all, where you still get some kind of support. You can still get certified, get your questions answered. So there really is something for everyone. And well, for everyone who's really ready to follow this sacred calling and become a powerful channel for good, helps so many people to heal, all while really feeling fulfilled and relaxed and earning really well from home with a lot of flexibility and freedom. And of course, that is, that takes time, it takes energy, it takes money. But the rewards are just endless. I mean, my life is so incredible today, and it wouldn't be if I hadn't followed my shamanic calling. So this is really the fastest way for you to say goodbye to scarcity, like if you're already working as a healer, not knowing where your next client is going to come from, because you're going to have this reliable, beautiful, soulful system set up of, reaching your soul clients, and they will be so grateful that you've decided to step up and provide what only you can with your unique calling and your unique experiences and your unique gifts. There are people out there who are best served by you, and they're just waiting for you to do this. So you're going to feel really confident and proud of yourself, having trained in the right way as well. And that's also saying goodbye to, this whole masculine system that we all deal with if we have a 9-to-5, all that stress, overwhelm, anxiety, because you're going to do things on your own timeline and in accordance to what works for your energy. And it's also saying goodbye to anxiety, physical pain, difficult relationships, broken hearts, because all of this healing work that you're going to do is just going to heal your wounds from past lifetimes, from childhood. And that's what we all need. And it's also really saying goodbye to having a spiritual experience here and there, but not knowing how to connect whenever you want to, whenever you need to, for guided healing, and ideally being connected all the time, really having this wisdom flow through you and really embodying it. And it's saying hello to your own spirit team, which is going to increase your power, make you feel so safe all the time. And it's the keys to the shamanic realm, a world full of magic. And the key, or like the goal really is also not just to experience these things in the shamanic realm, but also to bring them back into your 3D life, really watch your life transform, because, that's what it's all about. This energy first exists in the spiritual realm, and then we bring it here so that it can manifest into beautiful things like clients, a beautiful home, beautiful relationships, everything. And that's really living this duality, being an incarnated soul in a body. That's literally like the goal of life. That's living heaven on earth, where everything starts to become one. So if you've never had a chat with me, book one in, and I can't wait to chat with you. Let's connect. I can't wait to hear about your personal path that has guided you here and answer any questions that you have. Really connect heart to heart, see how we can make your dream come true. And now we have a really special treat. Eva's going to guide us through one of her shamanic practices that she has developed as part of being in the apprenticeship, where so much of her experience, her beautiful wisdom is coming together. And this is part of her soul offer, Harmonious Me, that really helps burned out creatives to heal from illness and reconnect to their divine inner strength and develop a new constructive relationship with their art, supported by spirit. And I think this is going to help us all really with our voice, really to release stress, to release tension through the voice and to reconnect with our inner voice for deep peace. I'm so looking forward to this. Over to you, Eva.
Yes, thank you, Lilith, for the invitation and introduction. I'm going to lead you through a short practice that is actually aimed for 1 hour or like 40 minutes. But I'll do a little bit, and I have my dog with me. I hope she's not she's not disturbing, but sometimes she likes to join when I sing.
I'm animals, so
like when I play gong and singing bowls, she always comes, and sometimes she does the whoo.
so nice.
This is about animals, but they are, spiritual beings. So I think they also connect easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so first, I will lead you through a short relaxation of your body. So it's good if you can stand up and just keep your spine straight. If you can have like just a little bit of place around you. And yeah, relax your arms, relax your head, keep your spine straight, and just feel your both feet on the ground. And you just put weight from your right leg to your left leg. You can close your eyes, and you just gently balance from left to the right, and you breathe. And try to breathe to your lower belly. Long inhale and long exhale. And you just calm down your energetic system. You let go all the stress from your body through this gentle movement, and you really feel that when you exhale, you direct all the stress from your body through your legs to the earth, so the earth can transform it. And now you breathe in and you lift your arms up and you do a little bit of stretch with breathe in. And with breathe out, you just go down with your hands and you release the tensions again. And now focus a little bit on your hips, and we're going to make small circles. And still long and deep inhale and exhale. And to the other side. And now we're gonna again lift our arms with breathe in, and with breathe out we just you just release your voice. Again, breathe in and it's like a morning stretch when you just yeah. And again, breathe in. And try to wake up the upper resonator on your head. So once you go up with your hands, imagine that the voice is really starting from the top of your head and it's falling through your body like a waterfall. So it's really, you really open it from the top of your head. Okay, so breathe in again, hands up, beautiful stretch, and okay, this is cute. And now we're gonna do a little bit of shaking your arms. That's the exercise I learned from Bulgarian singers in the village. We inhale in and yes, and try even more with your arms. Okay, and now you just awake the chest resonator. So we breathe in again, like long, deep breathe into your lower belly. But with breathe out, you produce a sound and you yeah, and later on you can try different sounds, different pitch, but this is really good. It's like chest resonator, but it's also opening your heart, and you allow this part of your body to resonate more, so you can really sing from your heart and you can open your voice. And that's something we're going to do now. And I'm going to teach you a short song. Actually, it's a part of a song about the tree. It's a tree that is standing in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the field, alone. And this tree is called Kalina. Kalina is a very powerful symbol in like Slavic mythologies, and it's the very gentle, delicate, but also independent, feminine power. It's a viburnum tree, Kalina. And I'll give you the songs, I'll give you the words so you can repeat, and we will try to really open all the bodies. I will lead you through some gestures, how you can really integrate and sync with all your body. It's like quick instructions. This training is normally for longer, but let's try to embody this tree standing in the middle of the field, alone, powerful. And then I tell you what is next in the lyrics. It's very interesting, old folk Slavic song. Okay, so we again breathe in, hands in this position. And go again with the movement that we had on the beginning. So you gently move your hips and you balance, you find the balance from your right leg to your left leg, and just feel that you are like a tree. You are strong on your knee, on your legs. Your knees are gently bending, and just feel that your spine is strong, but here in your arms, you have branches and you are like dancing on the wind with your branches and with your arms. And now you can again close your eyes and just feel that you embody this quality of strength, of inner strength and being grounded, but at the same time, you are connected with the element of air, and the wind is gently touching your upper body. You relax your neck, relax your face, relax your arms, and just feel that you're dancing on the wind as a tree. Okay, and here is the song. Kalino malino. So you try to repeat. Kalino malino.
Kalino malino.
Kalino malino.
Kalino malino.
Kalino malino.
Kalino malino.
Czemu w dołku stoisz? Dlaczemu w dołku stoisz? Czemu w dołku stoisz? You can also do la 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 la. La 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 la. Kalino malino. Kalino malino. Kalino malino. Kalino malino. Czemu w dołku stoisz? Czemu w dołku stoisz? Czemu w dołku stoisz? Czemu w dołku stoisz? And then I just tell you the lyrics, and you can join me with na na na. The next lyrics, someone is asking this tree, are you waiting for the sun? Are you waiting for the wind to come? Are you afraid of wind? And she says, I am not waiting for sun. I am not afraid of wind. I am just standing as I am, and I am about to blossom, which is just the most beautiful message. And I thought it's really like, you know, for the springtime and for the new beginnings and for the new year and for the all the rituals that we've been through during the Easter. It's like a perfect song. And if you are interested in learning more, I can send you the lyrics and we can make the proper whole song. I will try to do, I don't know how much time we have. We have 1 minute.
Oh,
So
good. So good.
yeah,
Let's.
you can continue.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So first verse. Kalino malino. You repeat. Kalino malino. Czemu w dołku stoisz? Czemu w dołku?
Stoić.
Czy słońca wyglądasz? Czy słońca? Czy wiatru się boisz? Czy wiatru się boisz? And then she says, słońca nie wyglądam, słońca nie wiatru się nie boję, wiatru się... Tu sobie wyrosłam, tu i tu sobie stoję. I kalino malino, kalino. Czemu w dołku stoisz? Czemu? Czy wiatru wyglądasz? Czy wiatru? Czy słońca się boisz? Czy słońca się... Wiatru nie wyglądam, wiatru nie wyglądam. Słońca się nie boję, tu sobie wyrosłam, tu i tu sobie stoję. Okay, and now close your eyes and just don't think about the lyrics, but as you remember the melody, just keep it in your body, keep the rhythm in your body and keep the wave in your body, and just do the little humming and the little improvisation on the song, how you feel it and how you experience it, and just feel completely free. Relax your neck, relax your head, relax your arms, and just dive into this song. Na 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 na. And as we're going to the end of the practice, just keep the song in your body and the flow, and say thank you to your voice and to your body for this beautiful experience. And we can keep this image of the tree and you as a tree, you as a singing tree for the springtime, because I think it's really, really beautiful, especially for women, to really connect with the energy of blossoming tree. and to find this balance between the air element and movement and flow, but at the same time being grounded and being in your body and being, as you said on the beginning, supported by Mother Earth and protected by Father Sky. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. That is absolutely beautiful. And I love just how fitting this is for shamanism in general, you know, the tree of life,
Yeah.
because we are, right?
Yeah.
The roots symbolize our mortal existence, the branches symbolize our eternal existence, and the trunk is the heart where it all comes together. So absolutely beautiful. I love this.
Yeah.
I felt so green as a tree. I love it a lot. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Now,
Yeah, you know, yeah, sorry. I just wanted to
yeah.
share that this whole heritage of folk songs, traditional songs, resonates with shamanic practice so much. And during my first shamanic journey, I just automatically started to work with my voice, because I think it is very organic that we release and we connect through our voice.
Yes.
So these two words are really, really connected. Yeah.
I love that too. It's really nice to give voice to that feeling of what it is like to just blossom, no matter the circumstances, to just make to just be to just do your own thing, no matter what's going on. I just love that so much. Thank you for that practice. Now, if anyone's interested in connecting more with Eva, what's a good way to find you? Should people just send you like a message here on Messenger? Would that be a good way to reach out to you?
Yeah, I think Facebook is a good thing to connect for now. Just send me a message in Messenger or send me an invitation, and I will always repeat, and then I can send you to my profile, which is more oriented to my art healing and artistic healing practices. So
yeah, if you want
writing a private
to
message.
share your Facebook page with us, then please absolutely do that in the comments. You can do it now or later. That's totally fine. Later is probably easier. So everyone can have your page as well and check the amazing work that you do. Everyone here who is doing creative work, who's feeling burned out, who wants to reconnect to themselves, who wants to reconnect to spirits with the voice, definitely reach out to Eva. She has been through really amazing self-healing processes. She broke her pelvis at some point. She healed herself from that. So she's an amazing healer with a lot of experience and can really help anyone who's looking for help in that direction. And I'm just so happy that we got to do this together. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And yeah, I can't wait to hear all the feedback from everyone who's watching this on the replay. So if you have any questions for me or Eva, just tag us in your comments in the replay. We'll get back to you. And yeah, thank you so much for being here today with us, Eva. It was absolutely beautiful to have you here.
Thank you. It was also a very beautiful experience for me. So thank you for inviting me, and yeah, hope to connect with you again.
Absolute pleasure. Can't wait to see you in our next session. And everyone who's thinking about joining Shamanic Stars, reach out to me and we'll have a beautiful chat. Lots of love to everyone for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a beautiful day.